Hello students, now we shall look at wind power. I think you might have seen windmills like one which is shown on the screen right now. Now India has gained a lot of prominence for installation of renewable energy, mainly in wind and solar photovoltaics. So this wind power plant, what you can see here, is a huge tall structures. Mostly on you will find them on hilltops basically, because on the hills the obstruction to air movement is less. Wind energy is the kinetic energy of large mass of air which is moving over the earth's surface. The kinetic energy of wind can be converted into mechanical work, like we have seen in a nuclear power plant and even thermal power plant, that we use steam to rotate the turbine. Okay, here we are not using steam, we are using wind to rotate the generator. Okay, and that is why it is called as wind turbine. Now in the sketch you can see here the huge wind turbine. Nowadays even you have wind turbines which each individual generate around 2.5 megawatt, means 2500 kilowatt. So each house we consume around 2 kilowatt. So you can imagine that 2500 means one windmill is enough for one village of 1000 houses. Okay, that is a huge capacity. Earlier it was small, 200 300 kilowatt plants were there. Then the capacity went on increasing, even the size went on increasing. So today, as I told, the largest size is 2.5 megawatt wind turbines are there. So this wind turbine basically consists of specially designed blades that are connected to a slow speed shaft. So the bigger the size of the turbine, the slower will be the rotation of the wind turbine. So the bigger ones, they rotate somewhere around 40, 50, 60 rpm revolutions per minute, but they can't rotate at higher speeds. Okay, they are very huge, but we have inside there a gearbox which converts this into higher speeds. So the speed is increased. The shaft in turns is connected to a small generator fixed on the axis of the windmill. As shown in the figure, you can see here S is the shaft, B is the gearbox, C is the coupling, and G is the generator. Here they are not shown the brake. There is brakes also, because at low speeds they apply low speeds, and very high speeds brakes are applied to protect the wind turbine. Most turbines use 2 to 3 blades and are designed large enough to extract energy from the largest possible volume of air. Since wind speeds increase with height, the blades are mounted high above the ground level, as I told, on the hills, and they are mounted using a huge tower. So you can see a huge tower is there. On that tower, this wind turbine is located, and that portion, that cut portion, whatever is shown, is that is known as nacelle, NACELLE, nacelle. In that one person can stand. So big it is, some 8 to 10 feet in diameter. As the wind speeds are higher at higher levels, these towers are mounted, and wind turbines are mounted over the towers, so the blades can capture more wind energy and hence generate more electricity. In operation, the blades of the windmill rotate due to the kinetic energy of the flow of wind. This makes the shaft to rotate, which in turn drives the generator to produce electricity. The power produced from the generator is transferred down to the tower to a transformer. Actually, the transformer is not shown here. Bottom there will be a transformer. Then the transformer will step up the power produced from the turbine to around 110 kV and then supply it to the grid. These are basically connected to the grid, electrical grid only. Okay, so we have huge number of wind turbines in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, Gujarat, as well as Maharashtra. And the equation which is used for generating power, if you want to see, so there are the three things on which it depends. The power is equal to half rho into A into V cube, where V is the wind speed, okay, and rho is the density of air. Density of air will be around 1.2 to 1.3 kg per meter cube, depends upon the temperature of air. And then A is the area, swept area. So the power depends on density of the air, swept area of the turbine, and velocity. Basically, velocity is a big wind velocity is a big factor, because small change in the wind will have a huge impact, because V cube, the energy produced in the wind varies with the cube of the wind speed. So this was about the wind turbine. We can see the advantages. Like advantages are, the wind is perennial, means inexhaustible, unlimited, free and renewable source of energy. It is not polluting, there is no pollution at all, and does not involve any emission of dangerous gases and all. And their operation cost is very low. And it creates local employment and sustainable development. And even remote areas where we don't have grid connected power, like transmission lines are not there, also we can have. So locally we can supply the electricity. And it has got tremendous potential. I think India today has got almost 50,000 megawatt of installed capacity of wind turbines. But the disadvantage is they are intermittent in nature. Okay, and there is no storage. It is directly connected to the grid. And this wind is not predictable. You can't predict it. This time I will get wind and I can produce so much of power. And sometimes noise is there actually. Wind turbine, there is noise, and it also affects the birds. And you cannot put it in everywhere. Where you can put it only where the wind enough wind velocity is there. As you have seen, power is equal to half rho A V cube. So V is very important factor here, velocity of the wind. So only those areas where you get a good quality of air for around the year, there you can install this. And then it can also be a threat to the wildlife actually. Birds get killed, as I was telling, when they get hit by the turbines. And basically they are expensive. You might have seen lot of wind turbines which are available and were transported from Karwar and all. They come from, they are not made in India, they are from China and all. Okay, thank you then.